out here today at Duke Benadom's garden, and well, it's really like a botanical garden, and he's got just astonishing stuff: cycads and aloes and alardias and agaves. Duke, when did you move in here at the house?
We moved in here on January 9th, 1976, so it's been about 39 years. When we moved in, the entire yard was filled full of low-profile junipers and one very large fruitless mulberry. So you might say it's changed a little.
It has, because this is just stunning. I don't know if there must be several thousand different things out front here. And this is part of your breeding stock also. You grow the plants, you get seeds, and you're starting younger plants for sale, right?
Most of the seeds that we grow our plants from are collected seeds from habitat. We have friends in various countries that send them to us, but we do occasionally have to isolate plants and produce seeds here on some of the very rare stuff.
Well, that's fantastic. We're here today with Duke Benadom. He's an old-time plant collector, horticulturalist, and author. How you doing, Duke?
I'm doing fine for an old-timer.
I understand that you've got a great website. What's your website called?
It's superbsucculents.com, of course, beginning with the www.
Superb Succulents.
All one word.
All one word. And I know that you started to publish a lot of interesting books. And the first book is named after, was the same as the website, right?
Yeah, and actually the website started off as the name of a column that I do for the Cactus and Succulent Journal for the Cactus and Succulent Society of America. So that's been going 20 years now, and I just use the same name. Superb
Succulents is the name of the book, the name of the website, and the name of your column for the CSSA.
And the name of my publishing now.
Fantastic. And then you've got a second book out called Ectoceras, correct?
I worked on Echinocerius for at least 3 or 4 decades, almost 4 entire decades. Studied it, used to come home every day at lunch and videotape my plants for flowers, and just so I could get all the timing down. And then, of course, after a few years, realized I was really only getting the timing for Simi Valley, so it doesn't do much.
But then you were able to document everything and make some hybrids and do some great stuff.
That was a passion that I was really looking forward to publishing almost 40 years ago.
Wow. And then you've got another book coming out now, written with Lauren Whitelock, correct? The cycad expert?
Yeah, two volumes actually. The first one on Asia and Australia, and that one should be coming out in the next few months. And the second one will be on Africa and the Americas. So that'll cover all the cycads in the world.
Fantastic. And then you also have plans for some other books on succulents and cactus as well?
I've got another one finished, ready to go to print on Southwest deserts, but this first one's only going to be California and Nevada. If it's popular, then I'll continue with that series with other states. And then the last one I have in work is on Africa, so we've got 6 of them altogether.
Fantastic. And all of these will be available at www.superbsucculents.com, right?
That's correct.
And I understand, Duke, you also produce and sell some very rare succulents and cacti, a lot of good aloes. Are those available on your website?
They are. We used to do like everybody else and go down to Southern California to C&J Nursery and some of the other big ones and buy plants to go sell, but for the last 8 or 10 years, everything we sell is either self-propagated or sown by seed by us and grown.
Well, that's fantastic. We're going to take a minute and we're going to look around at some of your stuff, and then we'll see what you're doing, and we'll talk to you again.
Thank you, Barry.
We've got a lot of interesting succulents and a couple of cacti here. Duke, what kind of stuff are we looking at here? I see agaves, I see aloes.
Yeah, most of the agaves are, well, I guess the ones we sell the most of, and those bluer ones in the back, are Agave utahensis.
Beautiful.
The cactus that really sticks out is that opuntia. It's called Spherocephala. That's from Argentina. There are actually 3 different forms. This is the one with the most twisted spines, or sometimes called anfractuous.
Hold on, I'll get a shot of that for us. Wow, that's amazing. Look at those spines. They're sort of wavy instead of straight.
You know, one of those actually sold at a CSSA auction for $250 for a single pad. Of course, I don't sell them for anywhere near that. They're they're like 20 or 30 bucks for a nice sized one, but they are popular and people do pay an exorbitant price for some specimens.
Well, people get this strange effect when they're at auctions or online auctions.
Isn't that a fact?
They lose their common sense. But this just goes to show that you folks out there can know that you get great stuff from Duke, and it's all reasonably priced, and it's the best quality. It's some of the best quality I've ever seen.
We grow everything quite hard, and people come back to us constantly and tell us they prefer buying plants from us because they know they're going to stay alive.
It's the way my mentors, my cacti and bromeliad mentors, always grew things, was to grow them hard. And their attitude was, if you don't replicate nature, you're going to end up with problems.
Yeah, if you grow things real fast, they tend to die real fast if the conditions change at all.
That's right. And we're here in Duke's garden. We're looking at a mature Operculicaria. Duke, tell us something about this incredible specimen you've got.
Well, a very famous explorer named Werner Rau produced, or I should say, put these in a book that he did on Madagascar, which is where it's from. And when he did his book, the actual ones he showed were Operculicaria pachypus, but he called them Dicarii. And as it turns out, pachypus stays at maybe 3 or 4 feet tall, 5 at the most, and these things get up to 20 feet or so. But at that time, there was only a single species. Now there are 4 or 5, so they've been divided mostly by size. They all produce single seed, which is actually called a drupe. They're very popular. The leaves are so small, when they fall, you don't need to pick them up. They just become part of the ground. So it's really a neat and very hardy plant.
How old is this one?
That one's probably 20 to 25 years old. It's
wow.
Some specimens, like this one, have extremely lumpy or bumpy epidermis, or bark, if you will, but I don't think it's really bark. And they look much better than the ones with the smooth bark, in most people's opinion.
Let's see if we can get a shot of that bark you're talking about. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. And you've got small ones of these that are for sale?
Probably a couple thousand of them, yeah.
Okay. And they can find those on your website.
Absolutely.
Say it again, www.superbsucculents.com. We're back here in the shade house at Duke Benadom's garden plant collection, and it's just a Tillandsia wonderland. He's got so much good stuff back here. Latifolias and albida and magnusiana and recurvifolia. It's just incredible. Incredible blue cycad. It's an encephalitis. What encephalitis is this, Duke?
This is Encephalitis arenarius, but it's the rare blue form. Actually, there are a couple different blue forms. This is the one that Lauren Whitelock said was the rarest. They were selling for about $150 for a one leaf seedling. So.
Stunning, stunning. I mistakenly thought it was trispinosus, but it's a fantastic. I see now that
they look quite close to trispinosus.
Okay. Ian Duke's small but really incredible hothouse here. What are these incredible cycads in front of us?
Well, this one we're looking at now is Encephalitis dolomiticus, and the other one a little further away is Encephalitis diarianus. Both of them come from about the same area, and both discovered by John Loranos.
And these are African, yes, or Australian?
Yes, African.
So we're going to see these in one of your future books.
Yeah, that'll be in volume 2.
Fantastic. Duke is showing us his 2 new books, and they're just so high quality. Duke, tell us about the books.
The one on your left is Echinocerius. It's a 500-page book on about 40 years of passion that I finally got around to getting produced and, of course, published myself. The one on your right is Superb Succulents, and that was something I did from a column I was doing for the Cactus and Succulent Journal, part of the Cactus and Succulent Society of America. I was their president, vice president, show chairman, convention chairman, workaholic, and finally, after doing the column for several years, produced a book on it. The column's now been running for 20 years, and it's still quite popular, so I thought the book might be too. And I've got 4 more in process.
Fantastic.
2 on cycads, 1 on Southwest deserts, and the final on Africa. And if I'm still kicking, then I'll write more.
Fantastic. And of course, not to be repetitious, but these are available on your website,
superbsucculents.com.
superbsucculents.com. Fantastic.
Thank you, Barry.